actively searching for their next future ex-wives. It's the nice guys on business. Oh yeah, they know how to treat the ladies.
15 years old. I had to falsify my ID because you had to be 16 to be a lifeguard. I had to tell people that I was certified in CPR, and I wasn't.
Oh, my God.
I lied my way into a job so that I could hang out with a girl. That's basically what it was.
The Nice Guys podcast is sort of social. Demented and sad, but social. Right? It is now 7:06. You have exactly 8 hours and 54 minutes to think about why you are here, to ponder the error of your ways. You will not talk, you will not move from these seats, and you will definitely not listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Strickland is elevating his desk. There's tiny people working under his desk right now trying to push his desk to standing position.
Little munchkins cranking on or hamsters on little wheels to send my desk up. Yeah.
You like my background today? You see it?
It's a microphone behind your microphone. It's a little meta, I think there.
Okay. Let me switch it to something. Yeah, I thought where exactly are the Playboy bunnies when you need them?
The Playboy bunnies.
I can't figure out. It's too much technology.
Date yourself even more. It's all good.
Is that no longer a thing?
No.
Wait.
No, I think it's funny. I wonder, is it even a magazine still? So obviously this little thing called the internet made like any kind or type of porn that you want a little bit widely available. And when that started happening, Playboy magazine started taking a dive. And I believe at one point, the physical magazine publication, they actually switched to not having any sort of pornography to try to expand their subscribership, and it
kind of like making it like an Esquire or a GQ style magazine,
something like that. Yeah.
Well, they did have. You always used to get those people. I get Playboy
read for
just
the
for
articles.
The articles.
Exactly. That's all I read is the articles.
Did have that, but they did have some. They did have some cool articles that were in there.
Amanda, here, come over here. If you're gonna,
I can't.
So this is my daughter Amanda, who is.
Sorry, I just heard Playboy magazine isn't a company anymore, and I had to correct him. But then I realized he was right. They don't send out physical print anymore. They started doing only online in 2020.
Yeah, that's exactly right. She's got exactly right. March of 2020, Playboy still exists, but primarily as a digital platform with an online magazine only. The company recently announced plans to bring back a limited print edition of the magazine with an annual release starting in February of 2025. So next month,
honestly,
we will be.
With how everything is going with Texas and Florida and the porn laws that are going out, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I don't even what are the porn laws? Amanda, enlighten us.
You'll be Doug probably is not aware.
No, because you're in California. California doesn't care. So basically, there are some southern states, some conservative states that are putting in laws that are basically requiring age verification for pornographic or adult websites.
And Utah also.
And Utah. Florida, Texas, apparently Utah. And there are some sites that are basically refusing to do this. They say, like, no, that breaks our privacy. Like, we're not going to ask people to do that. Yeah. So if they have an IP address from one of those states putting in those laws so that they can stay following the laws, they're just not allowing you to get into the website at all.
My understanding is California is allowing pornography as long as the Playboy bunnies are carbon neutral. That's right.
And they're serving avocado toast.
Of course.
And they've got to have a gluten-free section.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
so basically, what Amanda is saying is that if you live in any of those states, you basically can't go to the porn sites.
No.
Well, you could cheat it.
Get a VPN.
Yeah, if you get a VPN, basically, I know this is very techie for you, Doug, but when you try to go to a website, there is a thing called an IP address. And the IP address tells that website where you are in the world.
Oh.
And so if you go there and it knows that the IP is coming from California, they say, no, sorry, we will not allow it.
You know, I did not know any of that, and I will forget all of that before we disconnect today. Now, are you drinking? Is that a Black Russian?
No, iced coffee, just a little iced coffee.
Iced coffee. Okay. I got it. Not drinking early enough today, huh?
No, no, thank goodness. Anyway, welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. Before I forget.
Well, it feels really good now that I'm a week into finally being wealthy. It feels really good.
Have you spent any of the money yet?
I have spent absolutely none of the money. None of the money.
But it looks really good in your bank account.
It does. And my mom's bank account, it's crazy because my mom, she didn't get the FU money, but one layer below FU money she got. And it's great because it's completely dwarfed the existing, the previous balance that was in there. So when I go to her bank to make any moves, which I haven't done yet, I've just been admiring the bulkiness of her bank account. I'm like, holy shit. So tomorrow is financial day. Tomorrow is the day that I'm meeting with a client of ours, Mr. John Browning. You know John Browning of Guardian Rock Wealth. John is going to be handling the portion of dough that I got. And then after that, I'm meeting with my mom's financial advisor, who has been her advisor for, I don't know, like 20 or 30 years now. So I'm meeting with him to make sure that money is safely tucked away somewhere so no one else in the family can access it. I'm just afraid, I love my relatives and I think they're wonderful, but I think as soon as my mom has not shared any of this with anybody because the first thing that's going to happen is, hey Ro, can we borrow some money? Or, have you thought about this investment? Or maybe you should put some of the money in this or that. And my mom's like, you know what? A 4% high yield savings account would just be perfect for her right now. What does she need? Need anything? Just keep it for the emergency that she would need it for any type of health issue that comes up, and hopefully it won't. But at 91, you never know what's gonna come up.
Crazy.
So anyway, Strickland, I got a couple of things I want to talk to you about as it relates to Netflix, because I have really been watching. There's 3 shows that I'm in, like, entrenched in right now. Well,
did we talk about the series finale of Lost? I don't even remember.
I don't even remember Lost anymore. It seems like such a long time ago.
You completely finished it, and you have no feelings about the final episode of the whole series.
You know what? I didn't feel like. Yes, I do recall. Is it okay? Can we share spoilers?
Spoiler alert for the 20-year-old show. Yeah.
Okay. So the way that Lost ends is basically they're all sitting in a church and they are all commiserating over their time on the island and whether there will be a time when they go back to the island or not. And I keep thinking, are they all dead? Is this like a church where this is all of their ghosts talking to each other? Because there was a number of people that were in the church that had since passed. So I'm wondering how are these people here? But I did not feel like it was a conclusion that was leaving too much in the air. Do you felt that?
I didn't watch it. I don't care. I was just curious onto your feelings because when it happened, when it first aired, there was people that loved it, people that hated it. There was no in between, if I remember correctly.
You know what's interesting about that is that I think that no matter how things end, think about the endings of the great shows that you watched on television, Mork and Mindy and Lost in Space and All in the Family and Happy Days and MASH. I mean, I know MASH is probably the best of all of those, but just think of the endings of all of these shows. There's always more things that they could explain. And
yeah, but Lost was super complicated. The whole idea of Lost was that they're setting up all these mysteries. MASH wasn't setting up mysteries. Okay?
I didn't feel I feel like when you're dealing with the supernatural and the occult. I don't ever feel like you're going to get the everybody in the audience satisfied. Like the black smoke thing and the heaven and hell thing and the devil and God. I think that there's characters that represent them, or you could take it a different way. You could just say, okay, there's this black smoke thing, and it's probably like a character that we don't know, but we do find out the character who is running the black smoke, and we do find out about Jacob, who is representing God. And I feel like all of my questions from Lost were answered. And I have to say this also about those that are not satisfied with how shows end. It's more than just the destination, it's the journey along the way. And I
Mhm.
really feel like you got your fill of good entertainment with Lost every step of the way, even if some of those questions that you had were not answered at the very end.
Okay. That's enough of that. What else did you want to talk about
Okay.
when it comes
So that's
to
funny because we never even put a cap on that on Lost, did we? So
don't really
the
care
couple
that
of
much.
shows that we're watching right now, and if we did say it, doesn't matter anyway. A couple of shows that I'm watching right now. Let's finish up on Squid Games, okay?
And by the way, for this one, I have not watched any of season 2, so I do not want
okay,
spoiler alerts.
Okay, all right.
Was the
well,
entire season 2 released and you've watched through it already?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
The nice thing about it is it does set you up really nicely for season 3. So I
Okay.
feel like at the end of season 2, while I won't tell you what happens or any of the storyline at all, it does leave you feeling like, wow, okay, I got a lot of answers here. There was a lot of questions that I still had at the end of season 2, but it would be impossible unless they just cancel the show for them not to show a season 3 at this point.
Oh, no. In fact, I heard they've already shot season 3.
Yeah, I think they've already shot season 3.
Yeah. I think it's coming out at the end of the year.
All right, so very very good. I recommend fully everybody watch Squid Games. I still watch season 2 with the English overdub instead of listening to it in is it Japanese?
I think it's Korean.
Korean, you're right.
I watched
You're
the
right.
original series in Korean because when you get dubbed, it's like the performances aren't the same. I'm okay reading subtitles.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to watch subtitles because it's too far away from where I sit at the screen to be able to see them, and I can't figure out how to get my my captions larger. I can get them larger on my computer. For some reason, I can't get them larger on my television though. So anyway, that's that. Two things that I'm watching right now, which I'm enjoying, and they're completely different from each other. One of them is Younger. I don't know. Did you watch Younger yet?
Younger. Give me the quick version of what it is. I don't remember if I watched it.
It is a story. The storyline is a woman who is 40 and 41, and she is playing a 26-year-old person to get back into the publishing game. And it's the whole story about the relationships that she's built, the lies that she's had to tell, and the people that she's dragged through the mess with her. It's kind of like a dramedy. It's comedy and drama all together. And it is funny, and I like it. And it's kind of brainless, and the episodes are like 20 or 25 minutes long. So they're not really long, really easy. We can get through like 4 or 5 episodes in a night, which I like. The other show on the other end of the spectrum completely is a limited series of a show called Primeval. Have you seen that yet?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. It's a Western, violent as hell. About the Mormon religion, the Mormon people taking over the state of Utah, and the combination and clashes between the United States government, the Mormon militia, and the indigenous tribes that are living in Utah as they do this. And it's a really messy. If you don't like gore and sound effects that really are very realistic, like scalps getting cut off and people being, limbs being removed surgically with a saw and all of that,
wow,
then you don't want to watch this show. But it is a limited series. I think there's only like 6, 7, or 8 episodes, maybe. But and they're each about an hour long. So be prepared if you want to get through that in a weekend. You better just invest your entire weekend in that show. But really good series, really good.
Okay.
That's it. I really don't have any agenda. I mean, I think we should wrap it up right here.
Yeah, we're good. 13 minutes. I think that's plenty. We're all good.
I don't even know if we have any voicemails. Do we have any voicemails this week?
We do have 4 voicemails,
Wow.
although I should probably double check the date. January 3rd. Yes, these are all fresh, not stale voicemails.
You know, I don't like those. Don't like those stale voicemails at all.
No.
We even threw in the bonus topic of Playboy magazine, and I did not even anticipate getting to that.
Is it still called Playboy magazine now that it's actually not a magazine?
I think it's just called Playboy.
Playboy
to bring back its print annual edition. It's just called Playboy. Are they still doing Playboy? That's what.
Well, it is interesting because you said you looked that up, and so they're still like they have people on staff and writing articles and shit, and it's just an online version though.
It's funny. It's here's the headline: Playboy's print magazine is being resurrected. They should just say Playboy's print magazine is being erected. that would be good.
But it is interesting. Now I just looked it up. Said the iconic magazine within the print edition, it's going to be an annual. So basically, they're only going to have a print edition once a year.
Well, okay. All right. Well, you know, there is so much competition online right now for all of that between RedTube and Pornhub and all of the other sites that are out there. I think that people would gravitate towards Playboy, especially the nostalgic ones would gravitate towards Playboy just because of I don't know if like the same cartoonists are in there or the same article writers, but it was very interesting. They did have a lot of interesting articles. I think I think I remember that. What happened to Playboy after Hefner died? Did he die?
Oh gosh, yeah.
How long ago did he die?
That's a damn good question. Not, I don't know, 10 years maybe? I don't know. Wait, let's take a look.
Look him up.
You should look that up.
Hefner. Hugh Hefner. He died in September of 2017. So he's been gone a while.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Why don't we do this? Let's jump into the voicemails. I'm sure they're going to spark additional conversation for us to have, and we'll take it from there. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have this in 30 minutes.
That would be what? That's not even possible. I mean, I don't know. I would feel like we were cheating people if we only talked for 30 minutes.
Well, that's fine. Well, let's see where it goes.
But we will have to think of something.
Dot all your T's and I's and all that stuff. Okay, I'd like to ask Magic 8 Ball a question though.
Okay, yeah, because I've had kind of a crazy day today. I don't have a ton of brain power to actually think of topics myself. So I don't know.
I'm here to lead the way.
Please
I'm
do.
here to lead the way. No problem at all. I guess the first question that I would ask is related to: is there any marketing company that actually works? That's the first thing I want to know.
Is there any marketing company?
Oh, that wasn't even a Magic 8 Ball question. That would be something I was just asking you. Is there any marketing company that actually works? But it's a great question for Magic 8 Ball.
For Magic 8 Ball. What say ye, Matt? You know what? I just realized I didn't check the share sound. I better.
Well, let me set the question up again. Magic 8 Ball. So what we want to know is there, Strickland and I have fallen upon just a stroke of bad luck over and over and over and over again. We've probably, I don't even remember. I mean, has it been 6 figures yet that we've invested in marketing?
Probably not, but it's we've spent a lot over the years.
Right.
And our current marketing company, I would say,
they were the best of all of them.
Right. Generously, they didn't fail as badly as everybody else. Let's just put it that way.
They stayed in the game long enough just to take an additional $6 or $8 grand from us.
But the question is, are they good enough for us to keep paying them? And the answer, of course, is no. So are there any marketing companies out there that actually do their job and are worth their salt? Magic 8 Ball, what say ye?
Well, I don't even see the hold
You
on.
don't
I
even
don't
see the what?
I
Did
don't
I
even
share the wrong
see
screen?
I don't see the screen. It
God,
just
I undid and redid, but then I shared the wrong screen.
sorry.
Dude, it
Sorry,
just
Magic 8 Ball.
shows you that's how
I don't
my,
know that
my
Magic
brain
8 Ball
is.
even heard us. So maybe we need to ask the question
My
again.
brain is shot today. Magic 8 Ball, are there any marketing companies out there that are actually worth their salt, worth the money that they
Right, you
are
gotta
being
be
paid?
specific. Okay.
What say ye, Magic 8 Ball?
Ooh, I'm going to have to call you back on that one. No. Don't call me. I'll call you.
And isn't
Oh,
that typical of marketing? You think you're going to get an answer, but you really don't know. So I'm going to hold it right there. I don't even want to know anymore because I always think that, what have I said before about the two divorces that I've had, and the relationships that have gone sour? The only common denominator in my bad relationships in my life is me. I'm thinking
yeah.
maybe the only thing wrong with the marketing is not the marketing company. Maybe it's us, Strick.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
It is possible. It is possible. I've also talked about, I saw a great phrase about relationships, that, you're the one common denominator in all of your dysfunctional relationships is you, but
yeah.
also, that, what is that? Money can't buy you happiness, but if you have enough of it, you can rent happiness for a really long time.
Right, right. My mom always used to say, and she continues to say to this day, uh, what is it? Money can't buy you happiness. It just helps you arrive at your problems in style. That's a good one
too. I
too.
like that.
I like that one too.
I like
All
it.
right, let's get to the voicemails. We are literally only like, I don't know how many minutes in, 20 minutes in. Yeah, we're 20
Crazy.
minutes.
How are we getting to
minutes.
voicemail so quickly?
This is it. This is going to be the time, Strickland. We might even have time to play a song before the end of this.
I'll play a song that'll get us flagged on, and thrown off of.
Oh, what did you do last week? Did you end up putting? I think you were going to put like a song at the end of the. I can't remember what you were going to do. You probably didn't do it though, did you?
It was last week. I don't remember. There was. I'm just a Bill. Whatever week we talked about that.
Yeah.
Schoolhouse Rock. I did tag it on
Oh.
as a Easter egg bonus, and I didn't get any notices, so I guess
That's
we didn't
amazing. God, either Facebook. YouTube has said these guys. They've either gone that way or they figure, hey, look, let's leave it in here because maybe they're so pathetic. Maybe it'll get them a third listener. If you're listening to the show right now, you are the one. Just want to let you know that you are the one that's listening. Who is still who is listening for the longest time? I'm very curious. Is Paul Morena still in our audience?
I haven't talked to Paul or heard from Paul in a while, but a while is a couple months maybe. So it's not like it's been years. Hang on. Let me look at my text because Paul usually texts. Let me look it up.
Paul is patient number one, patient zero. Patient zero. He is the first one that is experimented with listening to the show that reached out to us. And I think that Sean Carpenter, who I know still listens to the show, has and maybe not up to date with all of the episodes. So it might take him a little while to get there. Sean, I'm really curious. Could you leave us a voicemail or at least shoot me? Or you're much better at sending us a text message or email. Or you know what, Sean, send us one of your patented letters in the mail. I love those. Those are the best.
So interestingly enough, that you mentioned Sean Carpenter,
Yeah.
there is an app called Be Real. Have I ever talked about it before?
Yeah. Of course.
So the Be Real app, you take a picture every day, and it takes a picture with your front camera and your back camera,
Right.
but you never know when it's going to come up. Basically, it pops up on your phone, and it's like you've got 2 minutes to be real. And the thinking behind it is, this isn't the Instagrammed perfect, make it beautiful. This is, hey, you got 2 minutes, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got to take a picture. Sean is on there, and Sean found me as a friend, so we are linked. So when I post a Be Real, I see Sean, and Sean can see my Be Real. The other day, I happened to post a Be Real with me and my kitty cat Cookie, and when I posted it, I saw that Sean's was with his dog, and I thought that was very entertaining. So
yeah, that's fun.
So August 20th was actually the last time I heard from Paul Morena.
Okay.
but I haven't reached out since then.
Doesn't mean he's not listening. It could mean that he is caught under a heavy piece of machinery drinking whiskey, for all I know. So, Paul, congratulations if that's what you are doing.
Oh my. Anyway,
we have JD is one of our more recent voicemailers, and he's been listening for a little while as well. So, JD, thank you. Keep the voicemails coming. And anybody else that has not left us a voicemail in quite some time, it's time to share the love. Let's spread it here, right here.
We would love to hear from you. And the more you call, the less we have to come up with topics, which we like. We appreciate that.
That is very true. Very true.
Right. Are we ready to go here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
What's funny is that I was going to break in with something about my I have a generator, like a 30 amp generator that's coming to the house. It's going to be delivered tomorrow because of all the power outages that we've experienced with high winds and fires here in California.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you were browsing as you were playing the voicemail theme song, and Pete Hegseth, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Wasn't the confirmation like hearings like yesterday or like the beginning stages of the confirmation hearings, and just to listen to the Democrats versus listening to the Republicans ask their questions is just like, is this the same person we're talking about here?
No, it's is oh shit. Hold on.
What was that?
Hold on.
Strickland's about to explain what hold on, you're not back on yet.
Now.
Nope, not back on yet.
Output, no.
This is kind of like what Strickland looks like without his clothes on. It's like it's like, hey guys, what's going on? It's like, you hear his real voice kind of like this.
Oh my god.
What was that? What happened?
So our not super expensive Shure microphones, are relatively expensive Shure microphones.
Yeah.
The jack is loose. So like if I move my mic, sometimes it disconnects.
Did not know that.
Now it could just be the cable. I got my cable snaked through my
same.
And so like to replace, it's not like I just unplug it and plug it in, right?
Right.
And it's also the fucking old school style, right? It's not USB. It's not even USB-C. What's the one before USB-C? It's the one before that. It's got a flat side and a rectangle. It's
those are not good. So maybe the new ones, the digital, because I think they make a digital version of this Shure microphone, and that's probably why ours was only like $250 as opposed to like $500 or something like that. But I know that old school cord, so I think I have one more of these cords. But the USB-Cs, I like those. Yeah. But they're not. Where do you use them? Like,
what do you mean? Where do you use them? I use them in all my shit.
But all of your shit must be brand new and up to date. Like my iMac is probably like 5 years old, and they don't have USB-C for that. And this microphone, there's a couple of things that I use a USB-C for, and I don't understand why. Like, can we just have one universal like jack and cord?
Well, we do now. The reason the USB-C came out and the reason that you can use it and I can use it is the European Union basically yelled at Apple and said, hey, you guys are being fucking proprietary and monopolistic by creating your own connector and changing it all the goddamn time, right? There's the lightning and the bullet and the whatever the fuck else it was, right?
Thunderbolt.
And they said Thunderbolt, right? That you guys, you've got to talk to PCs and come up with a standard, and fucking everybody agrees to it, and you do that. So everything now is USB-C. And
could you do that? Like you said, they went to the European Union went to Apple, and they actually told them they have to be USB-C. Could you give me like the audio version of that, like the European Union actually approaching Apple? I'd like to hear what did that conversation actually sound like, and did they talk to like Who runs Apple? What's
Steve
the guy's
Jobs or what? No, Steve's dead.
I don't think it's him
I don't
anymore.
even know who runs it
I think
anymore.
it's the other guy, the blonde guy. Who is
The
it?
one who's still alive. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wait a second. Hold on. Apple CEO. I forget who it is.
Cook?
Yeah, Tim Cook.
Tim Cook?
Thanks. He's Could you
Yeah.
could you maybe just do an easy impersonation of the EU going to Tim Cook and saying, "We need you to change to a universal apparatus."
Okay.
Okay, here he goes.
Hello, this is the EU. That is correct. The European Union. We are the ones who run everything here. We're running everything. Sorry, it's like my mix of British and German. I don't know what the fuck that was. Anyway, hello. Now we'd like to ask you a favor. Excuse me. I know you had your Thunderbolt cable, and then you had your Lightning cable, and I'm sure you're thinking about a Zeus cable or something else next after that. But we have to ask you a favor. We really would like you to make your cable connector exactly the same as the PCs are using. Could you help us out with that, Mr. Cook? Fuck off. No, I'm sorry. I don't think you understand the problem. You see, PCs, they use one connector, and your Apple products, they use a different connector. And in fact, a different connector every year, it seems like. And we would prefer if you wouldn't do that anymore. Would that be okay? Do you not understand? Fuck the fuck off? What the fuck? Yeah, that's how the conversation started, I think.
Did you not understand? Fuck the fuck off.
What part of fuck the fuck off do you not understand?
Right now, I am giving 0 fucks.
Did we talk about the Yacht Rock documentary?
Oh, wait, I think I saw in the Tim, Jared, Strickland, Doug thread, there was somebody singing Highway to Hell in Yacht Rock version.
Oh, I didn't actually listen to that yet.
Oh my God, that was so great. It was so great. And the guy does a really good job. It's hard to keep a straight face when you're doing AC/DC in Yacht Rock format.
Well, that guy has done a number of different videos that are like Yacht Rock style of other ones, and he is very good. But there's a Netflix documentary called Yacht Rock. You haven't heard of it?
No.
I couldn't remember if we talked about it. So it's all about, it's like a lot of Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins and like what the hell is Yacht Rock, and the fact that, and as you probably know this as well as I do, that when it was out in the 80s, it wasn't called Yacht Rock. It wasn't called Yacht Rock until 20 years after the fact. Right. So the documentary, it's cute and fun. And, I'm a music nerd, so I like it. And there's a lot of interviews with Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald and the guys from Toto and a bunch of the other bands. But what's interesting, Steely Dan gets mentioned a lot.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the exact formula for what makes Yacht Rock, but I think about Steely Dan when I think Yacht Rock.
Well, there's not a big debate, but it's like, I got to go back and watch the documentary again now.
What classifies something as Yacht Rock? What is it a BPM, a beats per minute? Is it
you got to watch the documentary because it really is. They'll have a definition of it, and then people will be like, no, that doesn't fit. And no, Steely Dan's not Yacht Rock. It's too smart for that. And then other people are like, oh, it totally fits the vibe. You got to watch the documentary. But what's really funny about it, what made me think about that is they talk about Steely Dan a lot because Michael McDonald sang back up for him. And obviously 70s and 80s, they had a lot of stuff coming out then.
Yep.
And there are interviews with obviously Michael McDonald, but also a bunch of the musicians that played on a lot of Steely Dan albums, but no interview with Walter Becker or Donald Fagen, the actual guys from Steely Dan.
Right.
At the end of the movie, okay, the credits are rolling and they're showing like certain interview clips and stuff that they took out, right? Or they didn't get in. And you hear a call. The guy who actually produced the documentary called Donald Fagen.
Yeah.
And this is just an audio recording of that call. And he's like, hey, I'm Michael so-and-so, and I'm producing a documentary called Yacht Rock. And you hear Donald Fagen, and he's like, Yacht Rock? What? What are you talking about? He's like, "Oh, Yacht Rock." And he does a little quick explanation of it. He's like, and some people would consider Steely Dan Yacht Rock. And I was wondering, would you be open to having me interview you for this documentary? And he goes, Yacht Rock, fuck off. And he hangs up on him. I mean, literally, it's Donald Fagen. He just says, Yacht Rock, just fuck off. And he totally hangs up. It's the best. It's
just for those in our nice guy community that want to know, it's defined through AI right here on Google. Yacht rock is soft rock music style that was popular in the 70s and 80s. It's known for its smooth melodic tunes, clean vocals, and high quality production. The term yacht rock was coined in 2005 by the creators of the online comedy series Yacht Rock. It's smooth, glossy, breezy, musical. The Doobie Brothers, Eagles, Christopher Cross, Robbie Dupree. Why don't we steal away? John Hall and Oates, Fleetwood Mac, Michael McDonald, Rupert Holmes, Toto, and Steely Dan. Now, there are so many things that I could find as contrasting in all of those artists that were right there, but also so many things that are in common.
There's a whole bunch of interviews with Christopher Cross, which were actually pretty interesting. I liked it. I thought it was it was cute. It was a little long. Like I think most documentaries nowadays, they pad the shit, but I still thought it was very entertaining and I would recommend it. I think you might like it.
Christopher Cross. Oh, why don't we? No,
now,
that was
as much of a
sailing,
right? As much of a music nerd as I am,
yeah.
If you said "Steal Away," I wouldn't know who the artist was.
Robbie Dupree.
Well, you just said it. That's the only reason I know it. But
I don't know why I know that.
I don't either, because I know a lot of one-hit wonders, but I don't know that one. That's funny.
Wow. But I think about like Christopher Cross, and I just think, okay, 15 years old. So that was 1979 for me. I was the lifeguard at the cross country. At the Falstaff Manor pool at 15 years old. I had to falsify my ID because you had to be 16 to be a lifeguard. I had to tell people that I was certified in CPR, and I wasn't.
Oh my God.
I lied my way into a job so that I could hang out with a girl. That's basically what it was. Lisa Meyerberg. Lisa, if you are in our listening audience, I'm sure your name's not Meyerberg anymore, but reach out. I would love to just chat with you. I have no idea where you are. It's not that I want to hook up with her, but I just want to talk to her. I just want to remember that time. She's the one that said, "You're not even 16." I don't know how she figured it out.
Yeah.
A lot of shit going. I was never an honest kid. I never was. I came from a single mom family. We were always scraping and clawing every cent to do everything. And it's like I probably had to work as a lifeguard so that we could go to Sizzler for a Saturday night meal out. If you remember what Sizzler was. Remember Sizzler? Kind of like the wrestler.
I remember.
Was there a Sizzler in town? Where did you live? Did you live in Towson?
I lived south of Towson. You know where the Senator Theater is?
Sure. I mean, that's closer to Baltimore City.
Yeah, I was a 5-minute walk from the Senator Theater. Now, I lived in Cockeysville for a while.
What was the name of the town where the Senator Theater is? That's just considered Baltimore?
It's in Baltimore. It's technically inside the city limits, but only by a couple of...
but like Roland Park is in Baltimore City, but it's not called Baltimore City.
Oh,
it's called
Belvedere Square area.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got it. Mm-hmm. Belvedere. Oh my God. Yeah. Like home of like Cross Keys.
and Hutzler's, or was it Heck Company? Was it Heck Company or Hutzler's? I think they were both local Baltimore department stores.
I remember all that shit. God. And that is like that area has completely gone through this whole rejuvenation. I should also know it as gentrification. Where it's a booming area, but man, I feel bad for everybody that lived there that can no longer afford to live there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Yacht Rock. How the hell did we get onto Yacht Rock?
Documentary something. Oh, fuck right off. That was it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, so the question was, are we going to do voicemails, or are we going to, as you were scrolling, you were telling me about the confirmation hearings of whoever the fuck that fucker is.
Oh God, Pete Hegseth. It's so ridiculous. I saw a clip that one of the Democratic senators interviewed him and was like, just pounding him. And she was like, shit, now I got to find it, because she mentioned something in the
confirmation hearings.
That is, I mean, okay. This is a guy who is a Fox news fucking commentator.
Right.
And
well,
he's going to be the
no.
Secretary of Defense.
All
Now,
right, but he was in the National Guard.
he was in the National Guard, and he did actually serve. Like, I think he went to Iraq or Afghanistan, right? But he served, first of all, National Guard. Okay. It's like military light. Second thing is he was like a sergeant. Okay. Right. So basically what you're saying is, I'm going to take this guy who, let's say he was the 7-Eleven manager. Okay. Now that's not nice because 7-Eleven doesn't have that many employees. Let's say, I want to say Blockbuster, right? No, let's say
he managed 100 people. Come on.
Right. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say he was the manager at Costco. Okay. Right. Now, this job that he's up for right now is running Costco. Okay. Somebody who is the manager at one Costco store and managed the 100 employees at Costco, right? I think now they're saying, we want you to run the entire operation of 1,000 Costco stores. Can you do that for us?
Well, I think you can make the comparison just by sharing what it is. I mean, he'd be in charge of 3 million active service people, and the most he's ever managed is 100. I mean, that it's not, but that is not even, if that was the only disqualifier, then I'd be like, well, all right, I get it. Maybe he really can step into the role nicely. But all of the other things that I kept hearing about, the drunk and disorderly, the sexual harassment potential things that have happened in his life, all of the other things, notwithstanding the fact that he can't even maintain his own relationships. I'm not saying that I'm not qualified in this particular category. I am absolutely not qualified to be a couples counselor. I've been divorced a couple of times, but he's also been divorced a couple of times as well. And I hear he's not doing so well in the relationship department either.
And there have been repeated accusations of drinking too much. Like, I think there was something about when he got out of the service, like, I think he got an honorable discharge or a neutral discharge or something, because like, basically he was a fucking drunk. And there's all kinds of pictures from his Fox News dressing room where he's got this like rack of fucking booze behind him. And he even said, hey, if you make me Secretary of Defense, I won't drink while I'm Secretary of Defense. It's like, if you have to make a promise like that, you're the wrong fucking guy for the job.
Well, I just feel like he's the wrong guy for the job, just based upon, again, I'm not saying that this isn't a witch hunt, but come on, there are who is accusing him? I mean,
right. Sexual harassment. He has apparently multiple sexual harassment accusations. Now, only one of them apparently was like went to court or got settled. But basically he said, and it was from a conference in 2017. So we're not talking 20 or 30 years ago, right? A conference in 2017 while he was married. And he said, oh, it was consensual. So it's not even like he's denying that something happened, right? It's like, okay, so you're saying that you were married and you did have sex with her and you apparently paid her off to not have it go to trial, but it's okay. No, it was consensual. Like, dude, you have completely missed the point.
So I guess my question is he going to be confirmed? And
here's the worst part. 100% he's going to be confirmed.
Oh,
because
no. Really?
because the Republicans in the Senate, they have 53 versus 47 Democrats, and all of them, when somebody says, how do you want to vote? They turn their head and say, hey, Don, hey, Orange Cheeto head, how do you want me to vote? Vote yes. Okay, I vote yes. They have no fucking brains of their own. They're just like, they just want to kiss the ring. That's it. 100%. They just want to kiss the ring.
Did we play any voicemails yet?
Not yet.
I can't remember.
Not yet. And here we are. Wait a minute. When did we start? Yeah, now we're an hour and 10 in. I think
we're 43 minutes.
Oh, God, we started that. Okay. Well, that way we got 4 voicemails to listen to. So at least I'm not feeling like we're cheating our listeners.
No, we are totally not cheating anybody.
Okay. I know we played the voicemail from Jared Music like 20 minutes ago.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Here we go. Okay.
Doug Strickland, JD here.
Hey,
JD.
Speaking of which,
JJ show. I think, obviously it's been many years. I'm pretty sure I started listening to JJ after you interviewed her a long time ago.
wow.
And I like what she has to say. I still continue to listen. That's why the other day I mentioned the generator thing. I think you actually were talking about it on JJ's show and brought it over from that way. And then even the other day when you're asking about people we haven't seen talk to in a while or whatever, I mentioned like, hey, JJ hasn't been on the show in a while too. So
True.
anywho, yeah, I still listen to both you guys, JJ Monday episodes, So anywho, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
I think JJ might be a little jealous of the nice guys.
You think why?
Because it's effortless. it's literally effortless.
She actually puts work into her shows.
Oh my
right?
God, so much work.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. I think it was I can't remember if it was today or last night we were talking about it. I'm like, put so much effort into your show.
Mm.
We put so little effort into this. But you know what? It makes for easy listening. We are the Yacht Rock of podcasts. There you go. Full circle right there.
That's a good one. I don't disagree.
Thank you.
I want to
Thank you, JD, by the way.
I want to read a tweet, or maybe it's a Truth Social post, something.
Where do you even get Truth Social? Is it an app?
I just see it it's an app.
Oh.
But I'm just seeing this post that our newly elected president, Donald Trump, put up.
Oh.
So I want to read it here because as of today, the incoming Trump administration has hired over 1,000 people for the United States government. They are outstanding in every way, and you will see the fruits of their labor over the coming years. In order to save time, money, and effort, do not send or recommend to us people who worked with or are endorsed by Americans for no prosperity, dumb as a rock, John Bolton, bird brain, Nikki Hale, Mike Pence, disloyal warmongers, Dick Cheney and his psycho daughter, Liz, Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan, Mark Milley, general question, anyone suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, more commonly known as TDS. Now, here's what I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine
just another
president. Let's just randomly pick one. Let's say Bill Clinton or Obama or either of the Bushes or Reagan or anyone who has ever been a president of the United States putting out a social media post calling someone dumb as a rock, saying that someone's daughter is psycho, calling someone a bird brain. This guy is such a fucking idiot. I cannot believe 75 million people fucking voted for his stupid, crazy ass.
I guess this just is the shit that's going on. Maybe people are just so fed up with what's been going on in the government that they are willing to put up with it. Would anybody like approve that message? Like, oh, that's a good message. Does anybody say, you know what, that's well written, good, well thought through, and it's it's just perfect. It's right on point. Why does he have to go to that extent of name calling and being just like an ass?
Because that's just him. And all of the people who are like, you know what, he's going to bring down the price of eggs and the price of meat and all of that shit. Well, hey, we will see. In fact, he did, there's a ceasefire agreement in the Hamas-Israel war, right? He posted on Truth Social something along the lines of, I don't even know what it was, because it was basically like, this is great. I helped the ceasefire. I can't wait. And like somebody posted behind him, if you didn't notice, Joe Biden is president. Joe Biden made that happen. Not you, you fucking orange-headed fuckwad. Such an asshole. Anyway, you know what? He's going to be the president in 4 days.
Okay, and then we have our
And then-
4-year
and
countdown,
then-
and then it's over.
Yep, and he's got he's got control of the Senate. He's got control of the House. So you guys fucked around, and now we're going to find out. So that's what it is. That's enough of my political.
No matter
ranting
what,
today.
okay, but no matter what happens, they're always going to blame the other side for the inability to, actuate change.
Well, this is what I like about the next 2 years. He has no excuse. He has no excuse.
Doesn't matter. There will be an excuse anyway. Even for the can't possibly have an excuse folks that are out there. There's going to be a reason if something doesn't get taken. Look, I hope that he comes into office as it's inevitable. He's going to be here in 4 days unless, God forbid, something happens to him. Don't anybody blame that on the nice guys. This is just the forecast potentially of what could happen. If something doesn't happen to him, he's got a couple of years to make shit happen. He's got 4 total years, 2 in which I'm assuming the reason you said 2 is because we revote for Senate or for the House.
Right. Yeah, it could be 4 years. Who knows? Maybe over the next 2 years, the Republican controlled Senate and House and fucking Trump are just gonna make it rain and everybody's gonna be happy, and then we'll have 4 years. We'll see.
I would be only to our benefit. Like, look, we can't lose any more than we've lost. If you're on if you're a Democrat, you can't lose now. You're only in the winning position. You've already lost. So now let's just figure out what he's going to do that's going to help us. Can we all just get along?
We'll see. I do have a prediction that I want to make.
Oh, is this a Magic 8 Ball prediction or something else?
This is my personal prediction.
Oh, okay.
A personal prediction. Now this is a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it's going to happen. This is kind of a crazy, like Nostradamus style.
Okay. All right. Farmer's Almanac style.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't think Trump's going to make it 4 years.
Wow.
I think he's going to die.
Die? Really?
Yeah.
Die of the hand of someone else, or die because of bad health?
I don't think that it's going to be like an assassin. And obviously, I am certainly not advocating that
Yeah.
or
Inside
hoping
job.
that happens.
Melina.
I think, dude, he's 78 right now, right?
Yeah.
And he's overweight and he eats fucking McDonald's cheeseburgers and shit. I believe, and I don't know this for a fact, this is just my opinion.
Cheeseburger.
I think he's being held up by fucking pharmaceuticals. Like, I just think he's getting pumped full of speed every day to keep his like, I honestly think his fucking heart is going to give out in the next 4 years.
Really? That is fascinating that you say. So he's kind of like the Amy Winehouse of presidency. Kind of like he's just being held up by substance and alcohol.
Yeah. Try to make me go to rehab. I said, no. Hey, look, again, this is just my opinion. I have no facts whatsoever to back it up. We'll take a listen when it happens. We'll come back and check this episode.
That is very, very interesting. I would not guess that, but
I wonder if I could take a bet on that. There's so many betting lines on shit. Will Trump be dead before the end of his first presidency?
How old is he? Is he 70?
78.
78. So he'll be 82 if he lives his full presidency. He will be 82 by the time his presidency is over. So, how do you feel about what's the guy? JD Power? What's his name? What's his name?
JD Vance. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think anything will change. Like if he does, JD Vance is just the yes man for Trump and will just do whatever the fuck that he had been doing anyway.
Strickland is, I'm just giving you the behind the scenes look. Strickland is looking up
betting odds.
Betting odds.
Yeah, but this is 2024 U.S. president. No, I need the betting line on him dying.
Wow.
Is there U.S. election odds? Here we go. What are the odds that Trump kicks the bucket before? This is what I want to see.
Okay.
Because it's got to be long odds. I'll put $50 on it. What would no. Oh, this is just a quorum. Like, what would a Vance presidency look like? No, I don't give a shit about that. I want the actual literal betting odds.
Yeah, you'd have to. Is there like a? Well, I guess you're looking on the websites now. But okay, let's. Yeah, did we? Okay, we played one voicemail, and we're now 5 minutes before the hour. So I say that we play another voicemail. This is probably gonna be the longest episode, the one that we had no topics coming into, except for I wanted to make sure that everybody knew about Squid Games.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, but this is being assassinated. That's no good.
God.
Never mind. I don't care about that. Anyway, forget it. Let's get back to where we
Okay.
were here. Voicemail
Number 2.
2.
Nice.
Hi, Giggle Doug. Hi,
Sally.
Strickland. It's Sally, and I'm calling because I'm listening to the fuckery, and I already have two things to say. Number one, Strickland mentioned that we stayed in for New Year's. Yes, we did, but he forgot to mention that we put on formal wear. So I put on a dress that had been a bridesmaid's dress. Fancy green satin floor length
Puffy sleeves.
dress,
Puffy sleeves.
and Strickland's daughter Amanda put on a black crepe spaghetti strap dress with some beading, and Strickland put on what I can accurately describe as a Hugh Hefner silk robe.
Wait, have we heard
And-
this?
Pajama pants.
Yeah, I thought we heard that too. But it says
Sounds really familiar. It definitely. Hold on. Let me go
well, this
into
says last modified January 13th, which
let
was
me
only
go
3
into-
days ago.
Let me go into the voicemail vault. Is that
Yeah, I
okay?
wonder if we've heard all 4 of these, because who knows? Maybe JD's we heard too, because I know he left a message last week.
All right, hold on. So,
And by the way, for anyone listening, is anyone surprised if, in fact, we heard JD's message last week that we didn't even hesitate
no.
thinking, have we heard this before?
No,
We
not
don't
at all.
fucking remember.
Wait a second. The way that I have it here is that a message came in on Friday and then 3 on Saturday. It was Emily, Jared.
Well, this shows, look, I'm looking in NGOB Turnkey Podcast, January 13th. Wait a minute. You know what? Maybe I downloaded the old ones, or I cleared the wrong one. Here, let's try this again.
Well, she normally doesn't she go through and empty out the
Yeah, but
voicemails?
it's possible that when I downloaded it, you look at that 19 so I downloaded as a zip file, right?
Yeah.
And if there's more than 2 or 3, I just do it as a zip file. And apparently I deleted the wrong zip file.
So
yes, we have new ones. We're just not listening to the new ones. I thought we had heard that before.
You know, what's really interesting is maybe when we played JD's message, maybe the safety seal, I think, might have still been on the message for freshness. And, you know, because we are regulated by the FDA. You know that, right?
News
So
to me.
that's-
I didn't know that shit.
So, yeah, as I'm looking at the voicemail inbox now that I'm in cheater mode. Cheater mode will tell me who called. So last week it was JD, and then is
Sally.
Sally. Yeah, Sally's it's Sally's a 512 number. So JD, Sally, Tim, and Tim were last week's messages. This week it should be Emily and 3 from Jared.
Okay, well, here's Emily, and now we really got to get into these, because otherwise we're going to be
We're going to be late.
we're 5 minutes shy of an hour now, and I'm getting fucking hangry. So
All
let's
right,
go.
go.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. It is I, Emily, and I'm on speakerphone. So if it sounds weird,
No,
Deal
sound
with it.
perfect.
I'm
Sounds perfect.
doing my hair because
Deal
I'm getting
with
ready for a busy day.
Ooh.
I'm calling with 2 topics:
Mhm.
similes and subtitles. Yeah. First of all, kudos to Sally for knowing the difference between a simile and metaphor. I
Yes.
swear, sometimes those the other one they get, it's like analogies, similes, metaphors, allegories. There's so much. I don't even even my super
Oligarchs.
nerdy word nerd loving self. I don't remember them all, but
Yeah.
I do know how to spell necessary, and I do know how to spell occasion, and I also know the difference between affect and effect. And I have some really good remembering tools for those items. So I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the topic of subtitles. I love subtitles. I don't dub. There is an option to take that dubbing off. That is so bad. I would
Mhm.
I couldn't. I even watch English shows with subtitles sometimes
Agreed.
Yeah, me too.
because sometimes you just miss not English as in British, but just English. Because sometimes you miss certain things that people say and they end up really actually being important. So like right now we're watching Silo, and it takes me forever too to even realize that we're watching the subtitles. Like last night I was watching, I'm like, oh my God, the subtitles are on. But I will say one thing that I've noticed in doing it is that it helps me remember the names of the characters better, and like all the little weird, like all the little weird details that sometimes can pass you by and you get confused, like who's who and what's happening. Subtitles really help. So I think part of this comes to the fact that I don't do as well with video retention as I do like reading something, like written instructions and things. Tim knows this. Don't send me reels, right? Because like I just won't watch them. I don't have this ability. So anyway, that was more than you probably ever wanted to know about how I keep information in my head, but you are welcome. I can't wait to hear this week's episode. Always a fan. Still here in New Hampshire, freezing while you guys are. I'm sending actually positive thoughts for all the fires.
Thank you.
But yeah, we have just such interesting opposites going on.
All of that stuff that she mentioned at the beginning, like affect versus effect and metaphor, simile, analogy, all of that stuff. Necessary. I can spell necessary. I can't spell occasion. I always.
That's funny. I can spell occasion. I can't spell necessary. I mean,
1 C, 2 S's is necessary, isn't it?
Didn't I just tell you I can't spell it? I can spell occasion, 2 C's and 1 S. OCC.
Yeah, but where are is it OCCASION?
Yeah, that one is easy for me, but necessary.
I go 1 C, 2 S's.
No, fucking necessary. That one's hard. I fuck that up every time.
No, I never get that one wrong. It's so weird. Why don't I ever get that one wrong? But I always get occasion wrong. So occasion is 2 C's, 1 S.
Yeah.
And necessary is 1 C and 2 S's.
I don't know about necessary. You know the other one that messes me up every goddamn time?
What is it?
Rhythm.
RHYTHM?
Like I'm playing rhythm guitar. Yeah. RHYTH? Like what the fuck combination of letters is that? Give me one other word in the English language that has that combination of letters together in that order. It makes no goddamn sense.
I don't know, but it is so funny what crosses people up, and then what people don't get crossed up. Like Emily, I mean, you're on a whole different level than Strick and I are. If you got all of those things down, then what else is there? I mean, your life has been fulfilled.
Yeah, like I know your, like if it's Y-O-U-R, Y-O-U-R-E, or Y-O-U-R apostrophe, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. I know the difference with those.
Hold on 1 second. The middle one there, Y-O-U-R-E. I've never, without an apostrophe?
No, you're right. There's no Y-O-U-R-E.
Wait, I know your and your. I always get that right. Y-O-U-R, unless I just am doing it too quickly. Y-O-U-R versus Y-O-U-R apostrophe R-E. Is there another? Or what is days of yore? How do you spell that one?
Well, that's U-Y-O-R-E. That's a whole different word.
Your. Oh, yeah. Wait, your, and your. It's all the same. Long ago or in former times, my companions recounted battles of yore. What does yore
Y-O-R-E.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yore meaning a long time ago. So I would never use that word. Do people still use that word? That's like if I were to
days
say,
of yore. No, it's like I mean,
that's what I would say. It's been like a score of days since we've gotten together. I would never say that.
Oh, I know what I was thinking
since
about.
We've gotten together. What were you thinking?
I was thinking, well, that there's only 2 your and your, like with apostrophe, but it's there, and there.
Oh, like yeah. Well, definitely.
There, T-H-E-R-E, Y-R-N-E-I-R. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of, that there are 3
so many of those kind of things that are out there. The English language definitely totally fucked up.
Okay, never mind. Anyway. Emily, you're so far beyond us. We're not even worthy, but thank you.
But we appreciate that you've taken those skills and you've made them into a copywriter, not copyright as in law, but copywriter as in W-R, right? As in right. Got it.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
good. Okay. Voicemail number 2. Thank you, Emily.
Here we go.
Love you.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Rick. Jared here. So you guys are playing the voicemail from Jared, and it's been a good episode so far. You nailed your topics, Doug. That's fantastic. And then here we go. Play the theme for voicemail, and Doug interrupts to say he's not going to interrupt, which led him to a whole other list of things.
Yeah.
But Strick, you missed it. You talked about a tree in the woods. You guys ended up talking about flying ointment, a wrench in the works.
Yes.
But this really is the chicken and the egg paradox. Which came first? Was it the space caused Doug to interrupt to say he's not going to interrupt, or was Doug saying he's not going to interrupt cause the space so that you could, Anyway.
True. He is 100% right.
Genius.
I think it's more of chicken and the egg, which caused which. Doug will never admit it, but I think Doug knows the true and real answer, but only Doug can know. Anyways, guys, appreciate you and enjoyed the show. It's a good back and forth today and a lot of different stuff. So can't wait to hear the rest of it. See you guys.
That is an excellent and I would say accurate observation. Yeah.
I would like to say I remember what he's talking about, but I cannot. I do oftentimes, or all but probably one episode have I interrupted during that break, and that was not last week. So I'm assuming that I must have mentioned something that I'm not going to interrupt, and then I interrupted.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Exactly. No,
Right.
the interruption was you saying, "Go ahead and let it roll. I'm not going to interrupt."
God, that's horrible.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. It was funny. It was entertaining though, so that's what matters.
All right, I do know cheater code. This is
also Jared.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug, Shrek, Jared here. Voicemail number 2. Okay, so you guys are looking at the voicemails. We got 2 of them from Sally. You're trying to double check. Okay, when was the last episode released and all that? So here's my recommendation. You guys do a meeting to record your episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, and of course you know what happens when you assume things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you guys put that in your calendar. You need to look at the time and day you record versus the day the episode releases.
Oh, sure.
Because if you record an episode on a Tuesday, somebody calls on a Wednesday, they're still calling on that previous message or that previous show, and you don't want to miss them. So if you're not tracking when you guys meet, maybe just throw a calendar notification recorded. And then that way, when you're looking at the voicemails, like, oh, I think this was the previous week's. No, when did we record? Okay, it was after that. Throw it in and listen. So hope that helps make it easier on you guys, because I know you go through this quite a bit. So, all right, fellas, appreciate you and loving the show. See ya.
Okay.
Totally appreciate the clarity and the understanding there. And I totally get what you're saying, Jared, but we just don't fucking care.
Right. Look at what happened. We just played a voicemail that we thought Strickland and I didn't hear, and that was played obviously last week. And we let it took till the second voicemail to realize that we had already played that. And the interesting part is nobody calls to even tell us.
Mm-hmm. And if we were if we were smarter and wanted to look smarter and cover up our mistake, we could just edit that out and nobody would know. But
oh my God, so much so.
We don't care.
No, we really don't. I thought we had a really good system going. Basically, on Friday after by the way, everybody, Nice Guy community, in Strickland, you may have noticed this, but I sent you not just one meeting request for Thursday at 3:30, but every Thursday at 3:30 will be the day, because it used to be that we if we had a spot on Monday or Tuesday, we would record. And then Strickland was still waiting until Thursday night late to put it all together anyway. So why are we being so proactive? Let's just go ahead and ease into our Thursday, knowing that Thursday at 3:30, we don't have to try to jam in a recording of our fuckery episode. It's just going to be, that's when it's going to be. So between Fridays and Thursdays is when before 3:30, if a voicemail comes in, that goes into the new one. The first one that is new deletes all of the old ones that were in there. And that's the system that I've created that's the system
and there may
Ashley
be times
has created.
There may be times if one of us is not available on a Thursday that we're going to end up doing it earlier, but it's not going to happen often. So.
And as you could see, even as well prepared and well systemized as we had that, Strickland still fucked up.
I found a way to fuck it up. By the way, you remember, Doug, a conversation that I was telling you earlier about, let's put it this way. Somebody else that we know well who is running a business that technically is our competition, but we don't think of him as the enemy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The catalyst for the call was mistakes being made in posting.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That his team was making mistakes in posting and like a guest name that was incorrect. And I told him, we've got a triple fucking check now. And does it happen still? We publish 60, 70 shows a week. So does it happen every 2 or 3 months? In other words, one out of every 400 or 500 times that we post?
Yeah.
Occasionally, but it is really down to one of every 400 or 500 times that we post. And when the mistake is made, it's usually something really weird and unusual.
So just so everybody knows, as professional as we are running our business and treating our clients with exemplary customer service, we are just that bad when it comes to our Friday episodes. And it's not because we don't respect everybody that's listening to the show. It's just like what Strickland said. We just don't care. And that's pretty much that simple.
We're the shoemaker's children.
Yes, totally. We love you and we want you to keep listening and we want you to tell us if we've done something wrong. We're not probably going to do anything about it, but we want to know. It's always good to point out our errors. And Strickland had the most classic of errors. No matter how great a system we've put together, if the single point of failure is one person, it's going to fail. Exactly. And Strickland was the single point of failure on that particular.
Yeah. If we idiot proof our system, we'll just find us a better idiot. I mean, really, and that's me.
Right. Well, isn't that like a Murphy's Law thing? If you idiot proof a system, only an idiot will do something like that. Will use the system.
Let's listen to the last voicemail here.
Go ahead.
Hey, Doug. It's Rick. Jared here. Voicemail number 3. Oh my fucking God. Doug, are you kidding me right now?
No.
You're talking about Bitcoin, and you said you're buying stock in Bitcoin.
Yes.
And you're buying Bitcoin, stock in the company Bitcoin. That's not a thing, dude. I don't know what you're buying, but it's not. If you're buying Bitcoin, you actually have to have a wallet and you have to go and buy the actual Bitcoin. Otherwise, you're invested in an ETF or something else. But Bitcoin is not a company. It's a program. It's a program that's run where these miners, they're doing these calculations. And every so many calculations, the money's released. That's how it gains its value. Those quantities go down over time. So please, for the love of God, tell me you're actually buying Bitcoin and not some other thing that's saying they're Bitcoin. Otherwise, I would seriously consider selling and get the hell out of that and try to get your money back if you can. If it's not too late. Hopefully it's gone up for you some. But I would definitely do more research before you buy something that says it's Bitcoin if you don't understand how it works, because that's how a lot of people get taken advantage of. And yes, I do care a little. But anyways, there's very specific ways to go in and buy Bitcoin. You have to do it through exchanges. I think PayPal even does it now. Maybe your investment's doing it, and you might actually be buying Bitcoin, but they have to store that in a wallet. If you are buying Bitcoin and giving someone else control over that, they can just take it and say, oh, it's gone. We don't know what happened. So you need to be your own custodian. You do not want someone else to be custodian over your Bitcoin. So red flags all over the place with what you said. First of all, it means you don't really understand Bitcoin, so I would stay out of it. Second of all, it just scares me that somebody's taking you for a ride, and if you don't get out in time, they'll really take you for a ride. All right, fellas, appreciate you guys and loving the show, and was surprised by that turn of events. Anyways.
Hold on. Oh, he's got more.
Can't remember how long Bitcoin's been around. You guys might finally get to this point. I feel like it hasn't even been around 15 years, Doug. So that means, a Bitcoin was, a penny, maybe even sub penny, up to $100,000 a piece. So saying that you could buy, I don't even remember what you said, 100 Bitcoin or 10, I can't remember. Whatever you said in the show could be anywhere from like, here's $10 to, a couple million. So anyways, all right, fellas. Appreciate you guys. See you later. Bye.
I got a lot of things to say about that. I'm in Robinhood. That is the the platform that I have bought all of my little play stocks here. Now, what does that say? I know it's hard to see, but what does that say that I have?
Bitcoin.
Okay, Bitcoin, BTC, Robinhood crypto, Bitcoin. It's at $100,213 a share right now. I own $472 worth of Bitcoin stock, not Bitcoin. It's not a Bitcoin, and I'm up 207%. And it says Bitcoin BTC was launched in 2009. That BTC is the symbol. Is a cryptocurrency powered by the Bitcoin network, a peer-to-peer network verifying transactions. That means BTC is borderless, decentralized, and transparent, et cetera, et cetera. BTC. Okay, as far as I know, that is a stock. BTC. Look it up. I mean, I could be wrong. That's why I was asking you if you own Bitcoin or do you own the stock of Bitcoin? And what Jared is saying is there is no stock, there is only the coin. And I don't know that to be true. I don't know that it's not true. And I know Robinhood to be a pretty legitimate exchange. So I can't imagine why that wouldn't be true. What do you say?
I'm sorry, were you talking?
I thought you were looking something up.
I was previously. I was looking up like Bitcoin stock, and everything that came up, I'm like, I don't understand fucking any of this.
Okay. I don't understand Bitcoin and what's it called? Blockchain and all of that shit. I don't want to understand how it works. I just want to know the business of Bitcoin. I don't want to understand how it works. It's like, I love sausage, but I do not want to know how those fuckers are made. 100%. I like stock and I don't care how the stock is made. So I'm going to keep it until I've made $1 million on it, and then I will sell it or I lose all of it. One way, shape, or form, something is going to happen.
Okay.
All right. We are now legitimately well over what we should be. Strickland has got to get something to eat. So let's head out of here. Sorry, Jared. I don't mean to contradict you. I just don't know that what you were saying is correct. Look up BTC, the stock, and you can look it up on, I don't know what exchange, but look that up and see what it's all about. Okay, let's head out of here. Next week, are you good? You all good?
I'm so good. I'm so good.
Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.